Good morning. I'm here with Ogilvy Television, and we're talking to Sir Martin Sorrell, who leads WPP, of which Ogilvy is a member. The WPP annual report has just been released, and in it,
another brilliant tone.
it was just
Turgid, boring tone.
kept me up awake all night reading it.
For you to see is the reverse. Great laxative.
In it, you mentioned several gray swans that are affecting the world. I was wondering if you could identify for us which one feels the most important to an operating company like Ogilvy and Mather.
Woo. So, well, if you think about it, I mean, actually, I think the black swans are the ones we have to worry about. So the latest black swan, I guess, is Iraq. Mm-hmm. But it was, a few months ago, it was the Sino-Japanese argument over the islands. I guess Egypt, in a way. I wouldn't say Israel and Palestine is a black swan, but it's those sort of events actually that are probably the most damaging. So Iraq pushes the oil price above $110 and everybody's worried about what impact that will have on the world economy. But the grey swans, which are the sort of known unknowns, so it's the unknown unknowns which are the fatal ones really, but it's the known unknowns, Eurozone, well that seems to be sort of under control. That would affect Ogilvy a lot. But Mario Draghi seems to have that under control. Mm-hmm. BRICS hard soft landing, that would affect Ogilvy significantly as well because of its strong positions in all the BRICS and next 11 countries. And that's sort of under control. I mean, India looks better. Our businesses are doing very well in India, generally not just Ogilvy, everything, but Modi's ascension, not condescension, but or consension, his ascension is helpful. Very helpful. Brazil, we have some uncertainty because of the election. My own bet would be, if it's worth betting, irrespective of the Brazilian team's success in the World Cup, that Dilma will be re-elected. It'll be a battle, but I think she'll be re-elected. That may quieten things down, but we have to see. Russia obviously is very difficult because of the Crimea. That was a black swan. Right. I guess I didn't mention, but Russia, obviously there's uncertainties around it for good or bad. China, I'm very confident about. New leadership, very focused on anti-corruption, very focused on the 12th five-year plan, the plenum back up to that, which is emphasis on consumption rather than savings, healthcare safety net, and last but not least, very important from our point of view, growth of tertiary service industries. So I think all that, the hard soft landing thing is out there. Eurozone, US economy, the third area. I would say in better shape. We had the slowdown from the government problem, the sequestration issue last year, which sort of probably reduced GMP growth by about 0.5 to 1%. But our results are much better in America, thank goodness. But the American economy is not firing on all cylinders, but it's certainly much better than it was, like the UK economy and like Germany. Mm-hmm. And I think where it all comes down to, you're taking all that relatively complex stuff together, is it increases the level of uncertainty because worldwide growth as a result is not as strong as we would like it to be, which means clients are very focused on cost, in my view, too focused on cost. And obviously that puts pressure on us. Because they make their numbers by reducing their cost rather than growing the top line. We're about growing the top line. So if we can get them to accept that innovation and the related need for creative, and I'm using the word creative in the broadest possible sense, not 30-second TV commercials, but everything, including this year healthcare according to Cannes, or next year, it'll count. Right. And data visualization may count, I think, next year as well. So it's broadening it completely. And remember, of our 18 or 19 billion dollars of revenue, 4 or 5 is what we call data investment management, which is excluded from reward here.
There's another one of the planks that is, I think, of issue to an operating company, and that is the idea of horizontality.
None of these are issues. They are all opportunities.
Forgive the language.
If the operating companies don't avail themselves of the opportunity, they become threats.
Poor choice of words.
So certainly as far as I'm concerned. Maybe not as far as you're concerned.
Well, I was thinking about it more in terms of an understanding issue.
Yeah, the horizontality thing. Well, the thing is that we think, I mean, the people who work at Ogilvy are very proud. Mm-hmm. of Ogilvy, and there's nothing wrong in that. In fact, we want to encourage it. But, let me use an Ogilvy line from American Express, the benefits of membership. And Ogilvy gets a benefit of membership by being part of WPP. And to be very frank about it, and I'll say this, as I'm on Ogilvy TV, I sometimes feel that Ogilvy doesn't take enough advantage of this, okay? So, and the reason for that is that the average person at Ogilvy, and there are very few average people at Ogilvy, but the average person at Ogilvy is very good, better than the industry average. I won't say it's better than the WPP average, because that would be a thing, but certainly better than the industry average. Way in excess of the industry average, in my view.
Thank you very much.
Very good.